Good morning, everybody. This is Pam from Old Hippie Homesteaders. I'm going to be showing you how I make my roasted tomatoes. Now, I do not spend hours in my kitchen anymore making tomato sauce. I don't do it. This is the way that I do it, and I was going to show you how. It's super easy. It's all done in your oven. Now, today I'm using my solar oven. It's just going to be deathly hot here today. So it's going to be done in the solar oven, and I will take you through that. So these are the tomatoes we picked. The only thing that's doing good in my garden is the tomatoes. So I just quarter, and these are Romas. These are big Roma tomatoes. And let me show you here. See, you can see the top. You don't need to cut that out, right? Just make sure they're clean and cut them. I throw in cherry tomatoes. Anything that's a tomato, I just throw it in, okay? So then I add minced garlic, and I've added a lot of minced garlic. I add Italian seasoning and olive oil. So after you get them cut, you drizzle the olive oil over the top. You add the Italian seasoning and the minced garlic and mix it all up. I don't even cut the cherry tomatoes, okay? So when you do this in your oven, you're going to do it about 350, 375. You want them to start caramelizing. You want to be able to touch the tomatoes and have them smash. You want to see a little bit of that black caramelization because that's what gives it that wonderful flavor. So I'm going to do the same thing today, but like I said, I'm going to be using my solar oven. This is super easy. You can do a big pan of it. If you don't have a lot of tomatoes, make a smaller pan. And then after it's all done, I puree it. Then I put it in my canning jars and I can it. That's it. So I'm not going to be heating up my house today. So let me get this finished and I will get my solar oven set up. Okay. So I've got it sitting in here. Now this is a good size solar oven. This is not sold anymore and the whole company I think is just gone. Let me show you the name. Solar Oven Society. I think the whole company went kaput, but I'm not sure. You'll have to check. But I absolutely love this. So the sun hasn't come up yet over the mountain. Let me show you. See that? Just starting to come up. But I wanted to get it set up and catch all the rays. You have to have your little thermometer in there, okay? See, look at all that garlic. Now, if you want to cut your cherry tomatoes in half, you can go ahead and do that, or if you want to poke them or whatever. But all these are Romas, and they are just the biggest Romas we've ever had. Like I said, my whole garden is kaput. I don't know why. The fruit starts to grow, the vegetables start to grow, and then it falls off. This is the worst gardening year we've ever had. But the tomatoes are doing good. So, okay, so you want to get all that incorporated in there. And I didn't plant regular cherry tomatoes. I planted these crazy colors. And they're so good. They're so juicy. Oh my gosh. And my tomatoes, there they are, right there. In a raised bed. Okay. Okay. I just have it sitting on a TV tray, guys. That's all I have it sitting on. So let me get this all put together. Okay. So there's little clips. These little clips right here hold the lid on. And they go all the way around. And they're kind of hard to lock. They hurt my fingers. And then the reflector, this is the reflector. It has a hook that goes, there's a hole. Can you see that little hole right there? Yeah. There's a reflector that goes in the hole and that holds the corners down. Okay? So that's how I'm doing the tomatoes today. Now, make sure you have an oven mitt out here because more than once I have gone to check something and like a dodo bird, I didn't have an oven mitt. I don't know why, but it gets very hot. I mean, it's nothing for this thing to go to 350 in like 20 minutes or less than 20 minutes when it's got full sun. So, I mean, it gets hot like an oven, guys. This is a solar oven. So that's what it looks like. Oops, we got to mow. Anyway, so it's starting to come up. I might have to turn this a little bit as the sun comes up, but I'll do that in a few minutes here. Okay, guys. So the sun is hitting it now, and it's already, can you see that? It's already up to 150. Looking good, looking good. Okay, now it's up to 250. You can see the condensation starting to drip. Okay, guys. Look at that. Oh my gosh, if you could smell it. Look at that. Look at all the juice. Oh my. So I don't know what the temperature was at the highest because I had a doctor's appointment. So we just left it going. But now we're in full shade. Oh, this is lovely. Ooh, that's still warm. Okay, so I'm going to take this in the house. I'm going to let it cool, and then I'll show you what I'm going to do with it. Okay, guys, so I brought it in. It's all cool, and I put it in my food processor, okay? I didn't think you needed to see me pour it into my food processor. This is a very old food processor. I got this at the Goodwill many, many years ago. It's just a Hamilton Beach. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And I think it even leaks a little bit. Now, if you don't want to add any spices to this or any garlic, you don't have to, okay? Do whatever you want to do. Uh-oh. See what I told you? Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I do not spend hours in the kitchen making tomato sauce anymore. I don't do it. This is the way I do it. Look at this. I don't know if you can see this. Let me show you here. Look at this, guys. Look at that. It's just pure, beautiful goodness. That's it. I don't simmer it. I don't do anything. I roast it. Okay, let me set this back up here. Okay. And I'm going to put it in my jars. And then I'm going to hot bath it. It doesn't have to be pressure canned. This can be hot bath. I probably have too many jars out here, but I'll use them on another day. Just look at all of that. Oh my gosh. See that? Pure goodness. Now, if it's not thick enough for you when you go to use it, you can add a little water if you prefer. I use 4 jars. I use the seals from the company called 4 jars. And if you want to try my code, if you want to try them, my code to get a discount is OLD, OLD, and number 10. OLD10, number 10. There we go. I'm going to put the seals and the rings on these, and I'm going to be putting them in my hot bath canner, and then they're going to be going on my shelf. That's it. That's all I do for tomato sauce, guys, right there. Make sure you wipe the rim of the jar off. Don't fill it over the fill line. Okay? Now, this is going to be canned hot bath differently than these two, because these are pints. So there's different times on those. All right? So I hope you learned something. I'm not going to show you how to can. I'm not going to show you me canning them. If you don't want to water bath them, you can also keep them in your fridge. They're good for a few days. Or you can pour that beautiful goodness into some freezer containers, and you can put it in your freezer if you don't know how to hot bath. All right? So let me get this going, and then hopefully you learned something. And I didn't even heat up my kitchen because I used my solar oven. So peace out, guys. Have a cool day. But I wanted to show you how I make my tomato sauce. I call it roasted tomato sauce. You can put it in your oven if you don't have a solar oven too. So peace out. Have a cool day. Watch your surroundings. Weird stuff, guys. Weird stuff going on.